Hi, I thought it's time to make a video again because it's been a while and I see so many messages about not being able to travel alone as a female, and then maybe especially about Egypt. So I thought I should make a video. Everything is the law of attraction. When does your journey start? It starts with the preparing. Where do you want to go? Why does your heart, your mind want to go someplace? Because it interests you, there are things to see, there are maybe some other people who have been there or are going there or are there at the moment, and you think it's inspiring. Or maybe just like in my case, there's always been a special connection with this beautiful land. Since a very young age, even my parents don't know where it came from. I am fascinated by ancient Egypt, and yes, I wanted to go there. I want to see it with my own eyes. So I did when I was 25. And in that year, I traveled across Egypt with my dad. It was really a special journey because I finally got to feel and see everything for myself. And especially with my dad, who also loved and still loves all the ancient beauties in Egypt. The food and his stomach a little less, but we both look at it that it's really beautiful, all the ancient things. 25 years later, I was being in an adventurous mood, and I saw Return to the Temple from Amgoris from Belgium. And it was exactly what was appealing to me, the temples. Because when I was in the first time, bikes, when I was the first time in Egypt, Karnak Temple, I cannot start to tell what a feeling it was. Next to all the other things, the other temples, but Karnak is a special place in my heart, especially the sacred lake. There is a connection through time and space, and it is magical. So at that moment, I decided I will host retreats in Egypt myself, because I know a lot of things about Egypt. Not everything. I'm not that cocky. But I know a lot of stuff about living intuitively, feeling magic, law of attraction, mindset, and chakras, and all kinds of magical stuff. And it is beautiful to awaken the sacred sage in yourself and the inner priestess. Let that wild woman come out. That's my forte. But safe traveling in Egypt, yes, for sure. From the first time I was there, I have never felt unsafe in my entire 8 trips. 8? Yeah, I believe 8 trips that I've been to Egypt. I've been alone, I've been in groups, I've been with a small group of women, I have been together with a friend, and all those times never have I felt unsafe. There's always solutions. I always look at things, what can be fixed, or how can I make the situation better for myself. And that's how I live my life, and that's how I look at journeys, because my journey starts with the preparation already. What am I going to see? What am I going to do? How are things in that country? Because I want to experience it to the core. And experiencing to the core means you get to see the local sides of everything, not just the big tourist things. They're nice. You cannot go to Paris without seeing the Eiffel Tower. It's especially, for me, a bit pretty much the same Egypt without the pyramids and the temples, bummer. So, but everybody do what they please, right? Not no judging there. It's my opinion. But if you want to travel there by yourself and you understand that there are certain customs, there is a different culture than your own. It's a North African country. There are Muslims, there are Coptic Christians, there are all kinds of other faiths, beliefs, and everything. And you have to find your way in between. But that's the same in every other country. Where you go, doesn't matter. And to speak of my own experience in the Netherlands, when you go out and have some fun in a bar, I have been groped many times, especially during my teens when I was going to the bars a lot of times. I was groped. In Egypt, never. Did I get propositions? 300 million camels to marry me. Nice. Good. But still, they also like to have a bit of fun. They also like to joke around. And not every proposition is serious. And not every man wants to marry you or be with you. And yes, some do. It's the same in the Netherlands, it's the same in America, it's the same in China, it's the same in wherever you go. There are assholes. I look at life the way what you send out, you will receive. So I always am curious. I want to experience life to the fullest. I want to experience a country, the customs, the food. Oh my God, in Egypt, it's not helping here. But I want to experience it, and I'm curious, and I'm happy to be there. In Dutch, I say I'm a happy egg. I'm happy when I'm there, here, because I'm here now in Egypt. And never unsafe. So when you expect problems instead of miracles, you will get problems and no miracles. So all about the mindset. And if you want to travel and you think it's very, very exciting but frightening, contact me. I will give you tips. I have a Facebook group, Conscious Egypt Travel and Retreats, women only, where we share stories, how to go around, and what is the best way to be in Egypt. Get yourself a local tour leader. Get yourself a private driver, because they will look out for you. And if it's just to make you feel better. And of course, you can join me on a retreat, very much, and also just on an ordinary journey, because never is a journey with me ordinary. It's always about intuitively feeling where we're going, and experiencing the beautiful ancient sites and temples. Totally unique. So, yeah, well, what else can I say? I've never felt unsafe in Egypt in all my visits, life, I would say. And it is always about how confident are you about yourself. Can you handle yourself in any situation? And if you are afraid up front, you will get situations that are not very good, or at least a bit challenging. You learn from it. The hardest thing I get to do in life is pretty much taking on the responsibility for, I guess, my kids. That's the hardest part, because I want to be a good mom, and I want to be that my kids are happy, and I will do anything to make my kids happy. go to the moon and back, go to jail if I have to. Yeah, I would do it. When you drop me off in Egypt, no problem, I will manage, and I'm not worried about it at all. So pick the things you are giving your attention to. And why I host retreats in Egypt is because I want to have the ladies being more confident about themselves, feeling good about themselves, because it's possible. There is an urge in interaction about becoming more feminine, in your feminine power, because that's what is necessary. And when you are open and when you make some jokes and you learn a few words Egyptian, like la, shukran, no thank you, khalas, stop it, and some other words, you will go very, very far. And be kind, especially to yourself, because you know what you need and you know when you are being challenged, and outside of your comfort zone is where the growth is happening. So please don't think a country is unsafe because there are women or men, especially as well, who are having a bad experience. In every country, in every situation, in every town, everywhere, you can have bad situations. And it's all about expecting miracles. If you expect miracles, you will for sure experience miracles. So, think for yourself, get information, enjoy the preparations. If they have any questions, contact me in any way. If you need a tour leader, Travel with Khaled is the best. And yeah, be kind to yourself, especially.